Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michael Session coming here. Just giving you guys a quick update on myself, update on the state of the economy and just the state of affairs in the world. So, haven't done a post or a stream here recently, but I wanted to give you guys some new content just to kind of keep you guys engaged. And then, obviously, as always, just encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe. My comment that really helps impact the algorithm and support on the movement of everything that I'm trying to do. So, real quick, let's go ahead and get into it. Um, Gosh, what's on my mind? So I've been doing a lot of praying a lot lately, guys, and I've been doing a lot of soul searching and just seeking for answers and just looking for opportunity to make sense of everything in the world. So, because there's a lot of things going on around us, in case you guys haven't noticed. So, with that being said, I think that it has been placed on my heart um, to sound the alarm, to try to wake you guys up, to warn you guys, to make y'all aware of what's going on around us right now. So, obviously, as I mentioned before, I'm not really big into fear mongering, but I am into being wise. I am into being perceptive, and I am into planning and taking precautionary measures to essentially make sure that we are all in the best position to take care of ourselves financially, physically, and otherwise. So, with that said, let's talk about what's going on in the world today. So, first thing comes to mind, gun rights, Second Amendment. Probably shouldn't talk about this controversial subject. I am an avid gun supporter. I love guns. I love shooting guns, and I believe in Second Amendment rights. I think it's important to be able to defend ourselves personally, and I think it's also important to be able to, again, support our Second Amendment right. Have guns, a well organized militia to be able to stand up against a tyrannical government if that ever be the case. So, with that said, going out to Arizona a couple days ago, governor over the state decided that she was going to place um, restrictions against handguns in two different counties, two of the biggest counties in Arizona. I think it's Maricopa and another one, I can't remember. But at any rate, she put a 30-day gun ban out there. This is totally unconstitutional. Her fellow Democrats in her state are even calling for her impeachment. Republicans, conservatives, obviously calling for her impeachment. Residents are enraged. And obviously, I'm outraged as an American citizen. This is an outright affront and an assault on our Second Amendment right. So I just need you guys to be aware. Y'all pay attention to what happens in Arizona over the next 30 days. Everybody keep your eye on that. Let's see what goes on out there. Next topic, what's on my mind? Fed CPI report came out today. Guess what, guys? Inflation came in a lot hotter than what they expected. I think the report officially came out at 3.7%, 3.8%, something like that, for core inflation, adjusted for the month of August. They were expecting 3.3%. So it was weird, man. Inflation is high, and then that's actually the adjusted inflation data. They actually extrapolate, or they take out the numbers that reflect energy and food costs, which if you look at our energy and food cost inflation is significantly higher, I think to the tune of 10-15% range. So and I know you guys can feel that every single day when y'all go out to the grocery stores, and when you pay those tabs, when you go to different restaurants and whatnot. So when you go to the gas pump, you definitely feel it. When you go to the grocery store, you try and buy vegetable oil, you see it. So, food and energy prices going up necessarily will impact other areas of our finances. So the fact of the matter is, you extrapolate food and energy, but inflation is still real and it's still there. So that's kind of what's on my mind right now. Wow. Commercial mortgage-backed securities. We already saw mortgage-backed securities fail. I think that was back in 2008. Here we are in 2023, and instead of dealing with residential mortgage-backed securities, we're dealing with commercial mortgage-backed securities. So anybody who knows anything about commercial lending knows that commercial notes are not the same as residential notes, and they are essentially called every 5 to 7 years. And so basically, whenever that cycle happens, business owners are forced to essentially renegotiate, refinance their notes on their buildings. And so as COVID evolved over the course of the past few years, and as the workforce has changed, as it be, the dynamics have shifted, and there are a number of companies who are no longer requiring their employees to come to the office. We have a number of people who telecommute or essentially just work remotely 95% of the time. So there's no need for office buildings anymore in a lot of these major cities. And so we are seeing the beginning of commercial mortgage-backed securities begin to crumble, as commercial landlords are not able to secure tenants. And, as interest rates continue to go up, these landlords are not able to secure enough money in terms of rental income to offset the expenses that they incur as a owner of the building. And so they're defaulting on their notes, which is causing a lot of turmoil in the banking industry. And, to be quite frank, I believe that we're not done yet seeing bank failures. I think that we will see many more to come. And I think that consolidation of banks is something that they are being very intentional about. If you listen to our government speak yet again, let's talk about Ukraine. Let's talk about Russia. Let's talk about what's going on there. Oh my goodness. Our government, first of all, sending billions of dollars of aid, can barely send $700 to a family in Hawaii, an actual American citizen. Secondly, we supporting war efforts as NATO continuously moves closer to World War III, intentionally provoking Putin, intentionally provoking China, Poland amassing massive amounts of troops on their border. This world is crazy, man. It's a lot going on right now. Listen, you guys better get smart. You better get saved. You better find God. You guys better invest in some gold and silver. You guys better invest in hard assets. And what I mean by that, invest in food. Store up, a month, a couple months, 6 months, a year worth of food. Start preparing for that. Pay your credit card debt down. Be vigilant and just understand what's going on out here, man, guys. I could just keep talking forever. I literally fill my head with so many different news articles and just trying to gain understanding around what's going on in the world. I got more updates for you guys. Y'all wake up and pay attention.